Shalom, my praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shimmy Abashai, Bashim Kakodas, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone salutations to all you arguments out there pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity, by way of the highways and the byways, going on the streets, teaching and preaching, also by way of the internet. Shalom to you, very few sisters that's out there listening and learning. It's your brother Nayap, and I'm back with a news update. This is for fair use, fair use, fair use. Again, fair use, fair use, fair use, and for educational purposes only. This is not for any kinds of monetary gain. It's for fair use, fair use, fair use, and entertainment, educational purposes only. All right. So we're going to go to a couple of these videos. I don't even know what I'm going to title this, which usually I title these just like everything. So I'm probably just going to do the same, but it might be titled Ice Cream Trucks because this shit is getting out of hand. But here we go.
I can't believe I'm even reporting this. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, says he will arrest any members of Congress who dare to interrupt Benjamin Netanyahu's speech inside of Congress next week. Again, he is threatening members of America's Congress with arrest if they interrupt a foreign leader giving them advice on what to do. And look at this article. It's from the Times of Israel. How much power does a foreign country have over us where American politicians would be arrested if they spoke out against that dictator, who's apparently a dictator of America, too? No country in the world would ever allow something like this. Israel themselves would never allow the President of the United States to ever go visit their version of Congress, the Knesset, to give advice to them. This is absurd. And when Benjamin Netanyahu gives his speech on camera, it is also broadcasting to the world that Israel rules America. I can't believe I'm even reporting this. Mike Johnson.
The fact of the matter is that we're nearing the end, and I think there's a sense that we're nearing the end of this debt finance consumption system. And I think Putin has waited for this to happen. He's done everything he can, along with the rest of the world, to essentially shed debt. BRICS is all about offloading American and Western debt and being debt-free. It's about changing the whole monetary system to something that has real value. Currency, it's backed by something real, gold, maybe other precious metals too. But the point is, everyone is trying to distance themselves from us. We are what we call patient zero, the original carrier of the plague. What's the plague? Well, the plague is the dollar. The dollar is poison. It's how we pass on our debt to people. So what are people doing? They are de-dollarizing. They're getting out from under it. What I'm trying to say is that we should understand the reality of where we are in the West, which no one wants to address. But I think President Putin understands that reality. I know that Xi does. And I know that Tokyo and Seoul have figured this out. And if you go to Northeast Asia and you talk to people there, they're simply waiting for us to leave because they know we can't afford to stay much longer.
Breaking news out of Maryland, where a boat has exploded in the harbor, Chesapeake Bay in Baltimore. And as you can see, a lot of smoke. This is right after, well, not right after, but a year after, over a year after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, which was an absolute disaster where a massive cargo ship drove into the bridge. Here, let me find a picture of that. Here you can see the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. Now, I do believe that the harbor in question may be the inner harbor in Baltimore, because the Chesapeake harbor is, this is the Chesapeake Bay out from where this goes. But yeah, this is the inner harbor, I believe, or at least the harbor in Baltimore that is generally considered the harbor of Baltimore, because the inner harbor, I think, is the shops right at the harbor.
Well, America, the list is in, and it's a whole lot worse than we thought. So recently there was a 10 million pound meat and poultry recall due to Listeria contamination. And only a few products were shown that were contaminated. Well, now we have access to all of them. So first let me show you the sheer amount of stores that were affected by this thing. That's right, people. Walmart to Target to Aldi's to Trader Joe's to Walgreens, Giant Eagle, you name it. Now, I'm going to put the link in the description, but check out fsis.gov to get the entire product list. So these are just in general the products that were affected, okay? From Boston Market to Jenny Craig. Then you've got your Kroger brand, your Meijer brand, your Giant Eagle brand, even El Monterey burritos. You have to understand, this pre-cooked chicken is put in a lot of things, from salads to wraps to pastas to ready-made meals. I mean, I was shocked when I saw some of these products. I mean, like El Monterey, and then just like a ton of off-brands, like Great Value, like I was saying, like Kroger brand, Giant Eagle brand. Yeah, America, this is not good. Listeria is very dangerous, especially if you're pregnant or you're older or if you're immune compromised. For information purposes, if you're pregnant and you get Listeria, you could have a stillbirth. You could have a premature birth. Your baby could be born with a serious illness. We're talking about 10 million pounds of meat, people. Like I said,
Breaking news just in. Donald Trump has made it official. A brand new round of Social Security payments is on the way starting the 20th of August. Here's how it breaks down. No extra forms, no waiting lines. Payments go out automatically. The money will either be direct deposit or a check straight to your mailbox. Retirees can expect between $1,800 and $2,400 every month. Those who delayed claiming benefits could take home as much as $3,089. And seniors at age 70, benefits could skyrocket to $4,873 per month. Analysts say this is the largest boost in retirement benefits in recent memory. For millions of seniors, it could mean the difference between scraping by and finally living comfortably. Trump stressed this isn't a temporary payout. It's a long-term change designed for hardworking Americans who paid taxes and earned the right to retire with dignity. His statement was clear. Breaking news just in.
President Trump is promising to lead a movement revamping the nation's election system by doing away with mail-in voting.
Mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots.
Despite no evidence of widespread voter fraud, the president says he'll sign an executive order ahead of next year's midterm elections, but that would likely face legal challenges. The Constitution gives states the power to oversee elections, not the federal government. Can the president actually do this?
This is unconstitutional, first, because the Constitution doesn't allow for the president to just willy-nilly take things over. Second, the states are not agents of the federal government.
Trump says he spoke about the issue Friday with Russian President Putin.
Vladimir Putin, smart guy, said you can't have an honest election with mail-in voting.
The president has often railed against the practice.
We're the only country in the world, I believe, I may be wrong, but just about the only country in the world that uses it.
He is wrong. Switzerland, Germany, Greece, the UK, and Austria are among the 34 countries that allow some form of mail-in voting. It all comes amid new protests over the president's federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police department and its deployment of the National Guard.
We're breaking in with devastating news. We just learned 4 people have died in the house fire in Hartford this morning. That's all according to the fire chief on the scene. Neighbors telling us the homes next door had to be evacuated because of the size of this fire. You can see in video here, firefighters trying to knock down those flames. Your reporter Taylor Knight is live at the scene, and we'll have more coming up at 6 o'clock on this deadly fire.
It's fucking 9 o'clock at night, bro. No, it's 9:30. Why is you outside, bro? And then these kids going missing. I'm about to burn down on this shit, bro. You gotta get to the bottom of this shit, bro. This shit taking people. All these kids going in, then they talking about this ice cream truck shit. I'm about to see what's up. See what the fuck you serving or something.
What that say? Blue Rain. Give me a second, y'all. Let me bring it back a little bit. My bad, y'all.
Yeah,
All right, for sure. So I looked it up, and it says for booking requests, please visit our website. All right, so they got a website. All right, it says it's serving North New Jersey. All inquiries through our website. I'm on their IG page. All right, now I'm on their website. Say Blue Rain, serving smiles all over North Jersey. Got an Edomite on the front. Blue Rain ice cream will provide you the best ice cream experience ever. From putting together a quote that will make your taste buds tingle and tailoring your ideal ice cream package to suit your budget are just a few of the services we can provide. The experience we'll provide will leave you and your guests hungry for more. So don't wait another second. Book us right away. And they show just ice cream. It's just showing ice cream, showing the flavors, just like what you see on the truck and everything. Reviews. They got reviews, but they got Google reviews, which they're not letting me go to. Well, they got a couple people saying 5 stars out of 5 stars on their website. Okay. It's really not that much to the website, but they IG, they IG got hella shit. So, just letting y'all know.
how much? Regular cone for? Okay. Nah, they snatching. I'm a dump, so they don't want me. Then she just sitting right here.
Look how dark it is.
Yeah, what the fuck going on, yo? Watch that ice cream truck, y'all.
Well, breaking fucking news. The time is currently 11:32 a.m. on this fine Tuesday morning, August 19th. Oklahoma will require teachers from New York and California to prove they back America first. Oklahoma's new America First teacher certification test will require educators from California and New York to agree with the conservative curriculum. Teachers from California and New York who want to work in Oklahoma public schools will be required to pass certification tests to prove that they share the state's conservative political values. The test will also, they left this out of the article, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be administered by PragerU. The same fuckers who try to make a fucking animated clip that Christopher Columbus said slavery's not that bad, at least you're not dead. Regardless of the subject or grade they will teach, they'll have to show that they know the biological difference between females and males and that they agree with the state American history standards, which includes elements of conspiracy theories that the Democratic Party stole 2020 presidential election from President Donald J. Trump, with fact checkers have said are false.
The fire started and burned my brother's field. I stayed here and called the firefighters over when they came. I wasn't afraid. I had already cleared my field.
We try to stop the fire when it approaches, because there is no road for firefighters' trucks to reach us. So we do what we can.
And the black community feels left behind because a lot of these people are, they could use some of that tax money in Chicago to help them.
Basically made it, both parties have paid, especially the Democratic Party, a lot of attention to what black voters want because they're a huge part of the Democratic coalition. And now that's not true. Anyone who says, it's just white racism is, what is your average black person in Chicago, native born, family been here 300 years? What does he think of watching his city overwhelmed with illegal aliens?
Are getting massive amounts of care, right? Free hotel rooms, 3 square meals a day, free medical care. And the black community feels left behind because a lot of these people are, they could use.
Breaking news, and I looked this up before I had to make sure I wasn't seeing bullshit. Donald Trump suggests that he's open to the idea of the United States joining the British Commonwealth if King Charles offers, and he was willing to join in some capacity. What the fuck? I just like it. Today has been a fucking day for me, everybody. Like, the shit I'm reading, I want it to not be real. Like, the segregation thing, I denied that shit for 3 days. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest, my significant other came to me and said, did you hear about the segregation shit? I said, that's bullshit. I didn't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that Trump said publicly that he's willing to join the British Commonwealth, and I go look, and yes, the fuck he did say it. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Y'all, this is fucking breaking news, and I look this.
The healthcare industry better watch out because there's a new giant in town that's about to shake things up. Today, November 8th, Amazon announced that it is launching its healthcare services to Prime members for only $9 per month. It's called One Medical, and you get unlimited 24-hour access to virtual visits at no extra charge. You can be seen and treated for the common cold, skin issues, allergies, cold sores, and more. You even get unlimited access to urgent video chats if you have minor injuries or a fever.
Yeah, but the catch is you're gonna have to work for Amazon. That's just the reel you in to work for the motherfucker. So then, it's always, Satan don't make it easy, man.
Reading this article, I was wondering if you go to the virtual visit and you need medication, is that covered? Well, it turns out that they're offering something called RX Pass, where you get access to generic prescriptions for an additional $5 per month. They also already have over 200 physical locations in case you need to go see somebody in person. All you have to do is go online and make an appointment, and you will get an appointment to one of their clinics same day or next day. They're just starting out, but here's a list of locations where they have their clinics currently around the United States. You can see here that
2 seconds. Now, Amazon Prime members can add one medical membership for only $9 a month or $99. Now, I'm thinking that you might have to work for Amazon to get this. But I'll have to look more into it. Matter of fact, let me just do this. Give me a second, y'all. Try it like this since that one froze up. Okay. To have access to Amazon's One Medical. All right, I just put in a quick little question because I might be wrong. Okay, so it says, no, you do not have to work for Amazon to access the Amazon's One Medical healthcare services. One Medical is available to the general public. Oh, shit. Anyone can sign up for the membership by paying the annual fee, so which is $9 to $99, or you can use their pay per visit telehealth services for common conditions without a membership. So, okay. Amazon employees may receive One Medical as a benefit, but it's not required to be an employee to access. So, all right, Amazon got some new shit that's coming out. All right. So, hey, you ain't got to work for them to get this type of stuff, but stay vigilant, you know. Stay vigilant. Shit don't be that cheap for no reason.
It's mostly in big.
Well, breaking fuck the news, a black woman, a Texas Democrat, and yes, I started with black woman because that matters. Because she's standing on fucking business. We need to know who this queen is. Texas Democrat says she is locked inside the state capitol after refusing mandatory DPS escorts. Democratic State Representative Nicole Collier from Fort Worth returned to Texas Capitol on Monday, but she remains locked inside the Capitol because she wouldn't sign a permission slip to be under escort by the Texas Department of Public Safety. The escorts of 4 all-House Democrats who left the state last month, preventing a vote on a GOP-led effort, are meant as a guarantee that they will return to the House by 10 a.m. Wednesday for the next special session. CBS News Texas spoke with Collier via Zoom on Monday. She said the situation is wrong. Just like the new congressional map, she and the other Democrats have tried to block from being progressed. I have a right to resist. I have a right to oppose, just like my voters do, just like the Texans have a right to challenge government. And that's what I'm doing. I'm challenging these decisions that are being made. I don't agree with them, Collier said. All the Democrats will be working together to get the legal record set so that we can take this fight to the courts. Yes, so, boom, layman's terms. This lady's locked inside the fucking Texas State House because they want her to have a fucking personal escort to go wash and wipe her ass everywhere she fucking goes. If Shorty want to go to motherfucking the grocery store, she got to have a motherfucker with her. And because she told them, bitch, no, I'm not doing that, she has remained detained and held captive, hostage, inside the Texas State Capitol. Listen, don't let that have been my mama. Well, breaking fuck the news. If you eat or have great value Walmart shrimp in your fridge, throw that shit in the trash. The FDA is warning people to not eat that shit because it got exposed to a radioactive isotope called cesium-137. The silence is for a reason. What the fuck is happening? Radioactive shrimp, my bingo card is fucked. I need to redo the bingo card. I swear to God, there's so many things that aren't on mine. I have a note in my phone of different things so I can cross them off if they happen. I've been wrong so many fucking...
We have some news right now. The FDA is warning the public not to eat possibly radioactive shrimp sold at Walmart. Yes, I am serious. According to ABC News, the Food and Drug Administration is warning the public to not eat, sell, or serve certain great value raw frozen shrimp sold at Walmart due to possible contamination with cesium-137, a radioactive isotope. Apparently, US CBP informed the FDA about this possible radioactive isotope detected in shipping containers at 4 US ports. Now, no shrimp has officially been tested positive for the isotope just yet. But here are the shrimp products that should not be eaten. Any Great Value brand frozen shrimp, law code 8005540-1, 5538-1, and 5539-1. And all products from the company are now banned coming into the United States until.
Okay, if this isn't some like dark dystopian cyberpunk type futuristic stuff right here,
Shouldn't be eating shrimp.
I'm not sure what is. Apparently, Chinese scientists and engineers at Kiowa University have announced plans to develop the world's first gestation robot. Yes, you heard it right. A robot that can give birth to human beings, like the Matrix. Basically, it's going to be a humanoid robot that's equipped with an artificial womb capable of carrying a human fetus from conception through a full 10-month gestation period and delivering a baby. Now, this project aims to provide an alternative for individuals or couples who face infertility issues or people who wish to avoid the physical burdens of pregnancy. In addition to that, it's also seeking to address the broader issues of population decline in China, which is severe at this point. Now, the robot's designed to be like a humanoid with an artificial womb embedded in its abdomen. The womb would use artificial amniotic fluid to mimic a natural environment, with nutrients delivered to the fetus via a hose connected to an umbilical cord-like system. Now, the setup is intended to support the entire pregnancy process, including fertilization, implantation, growth, and birth. Apparently, the artificial womb technology is already mature in lab settings based on animal trials, which means they have been doing this with animals beforehand, which is already creepy enough thinking about as it is. Now, a prototype for this thing is supposed to be ready within the next year, and a full launch is targeted for 2026, so it seems like they're trying to hit this population decline safety ejection button as fast as possible. Now, the estimated price for this thing is supposed to be under 100,000 won, or approximately $13,900, which would make it potentially accessible to your everyday person compared to how expensive repeated artificial insemination attempts usually cost. Interestingly enough, this announcement was officially made on China's version of TikTok called Douyin, with a Dr. Zhang, who is the founder of the Guangzhou-based robotics firm that's doing this. In any case, the people that support this are saying this could be a possible breakthrough for reproductive freedom, potentially liberating women from having to carry babies anymore and dealing with the physical toll that it takes on your body. While critics are concerned about ethics, calling it unnatural.
Well, the thing is, you're going to have people popping robots. If you're popping a robot, you ain't going in a robot can end up giving birth to a kid, you ain't gonna need a fucking woman.
And potentially cruel by...
Well, that's just, speaking out loud. But hey, man, there's some sick motherfuckers out here, man. They want to fuck machines.
Depriving fetuses of maternal bonds that they develop in utero. This is crazy, and if I hear anything else about it, I will let you guys know, because I will certainly...
Let's go a little farther up to the north. North Carolina is on high alert right now for Hurricane Aaron. Ocracoke Island in Hyde County is under a mandatory evacuation. And Highway 12, the main access point to the island, is expected to be hampered for the next few days as the waves and the sand come on. Officials are working hard to keep people clear of the dangerous situation, and the area is prepared, and they're trying to prepare for what's coming for sure.
We have some serious news right now. Donald Trump has announced that he has instructed his administration to target museums throughout Washington, D.C. and across the country because they're too woke, that they talk too much about how bad slavery it was, how bad our country is, and how unaccomplished the, quote, downtrodden have been. In a new Truth Social post, Trump says that he has instructed his attorneys to go through the museums and start the exact same process that has been done with colleges and universities where tremendous progress has been made. This country cannot be woke because woke is broke. He further said the Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Folks, this is Donald Trump's attempt at rewriting history in real time, and he's upset that the Smithsonian talks too bad about slavery, apparently. Spread the word so more people know. I'll do a...
In eastern Ukraine today, firefighters rushed to Russia's target of choice, a residential apartment building, where not everyone got out in time. 200 miles to the west, the blood-orange sky of a Ukrainian sunrise mixed with the smoke of a city besieged. Russia bombarded Ukraine once again today, leading Ukrainians, even in Kyiv's quieter streets, to distrust diplomatic efforts to find peace.
It seems to me there will be some agreements, but I don't think it will be possible to say this is the end of the war. Even if there is a truce, this enemy will not stop within the borders he has now.
We will give them very good protection, very good security.
Yesterday, President Trump promised Ukraine long-term U.S. support.
We're willing to help them with things, especially probably if you could talk about by air.
But today, in a phone call with Fox News, President Trump created a new support ceiling.
What kind of assurances do you feel like you have that going forward and past this Trump administration, it won't be American boots on the ground defending that border?
Well, you have my assurance, and I'm president.
Posтрел!
Even without U.S. troops, Ukraine says the U.S. can help provide security guarantees by selling some $90 billion of weapons and investing in Ukraine's world-leading drone industry. Already, a coalition of European countries created plans to send troops to Ukraine to help monitor any...
Ukraine is getting their ass whooped. All right. You seen what happened when the press had asked Putin, was he gonna stop the ceasefire? He looked at him like they was fucking stupid, man. You know?
America, we have a major issue. The salmonella outbreak is getting way worse than we thought. So now they're saying cucumbers are linked to a salmonella outbreak in 31 states. Not good. The CDC has been doing this investigation since June, and since then, 449 people have gotten sick, and 125 have been hospitalized due to cucumbers. So the CDC investigated and linked the strain of the infection to two sources. So this is disgusting. They linked one of the sources to a grower in Florida who was using water from an untreated canal. If you've ever been to Florida and seen the canals, they are disgusting. So just for reference, I wanted to show everybody the map of how bad this is. Basically, your dark blues are going to be your heavily infected areas, and as it gets lighter, less infected. But we're talking 31 states, people. So if you get salmonella, you're going to know you have it. You're going to experience diarrhea, fever, stomach cramps. It's not going to be good. Symptoms are going to show up usually around 6 hours to 6 days after swallowing the bacteria. So even though no one has passed away yet, it is still going to be very bad for younger children and older people, especially immune-compromised people. It's just going to make you really, really sick. So I'd probably say, America, we have a major issue.
You know when they see from far and they do that? So they bomb them.
Nice.
Beautiful blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Why they...
I'm yet to see a video of a Palestinian saying this about an Israeli. While there are millions of videos, Israelis saying things like they want to unalive Palestinian children, they want to...
Because they Edomites. That's Esau Edom, man. You know, y'all don't understand this devil.
I fucking hate this. This country is shit. It's all brown and shit. I fucking hate this. Fucking Pakis, niggers, and Arabics. Leave.
Hey, man. These Caucasians, man, they losing their motherfucking heads.
For the first time since 1991, New Jersey health officials say they're investigating a malaria case not directly linked to international travel. We're told that patient is from Morris County and has not left the U.S. recently. No name, age, condition, or any other identifying information has been released, but we know that malaria is spread by a very specific mosquito, and according to our partners at NorthJersey.com, the Garden State sees around 100 malaria cases each year. However, those cases involve people infected in foreign countries.
Wow, you guys, we are live. This is happening right now. This is pretty incredible. So, okay, everything I've been reporting to you for the last 40 minutes is accurate. This is taking place right now. Breaking right now. All of Ukraine is under air raid alert, developing air raid alert. Map of Ukraine as of March 24th. So it's already the 24th over there. Air raid alert. Map of Ukraine, March 24th, 4:54 a.m. Russia has now at least 14 Russian Tu-95 MS bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons in the air.
Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Because he said this was like in March, so let me see. Yeah, this was an older video.
An Indiana woman now facing federal charges after making death threats toward President Trump. The DOJ says Natalie Rose Jones posted on social media earlier this month that she was, quote, willing to sacrificially kill the president. On Saturday, she was arrested in D.C. after admitting to Secret Service that she did make those threats.
She did come from New York to Washington, D.C., and she has been threatening and calling for the removal of the president, and even worse, as she got to D.C., her threats were on Facebook and Instagram, and she continued to call the president a terrorist and was working to have him eliminated.
Pirro says that she will be prosecuted, quote, to the fullest extent of the law. First time in 3 decades, the American Academy of Pediatrics is out with vaccine recommendations that differ from the CDC. The group is strongly recommending the COVID-19 vaccine for all children ages 6 months to 2 years old. They also recommend the shot for kids under 18 years old if they are at high risk of severe COVID. Health Secretary...
All I'm going to say is don't ever give your motherfucking kid no motherfucking vaccines, bro.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced in May that the CDC would no longer recommend the vaccine for healthy children. He also fired all...
Nigga, I ain't never had no vaccines for going to school. All the motherfuckers that hey man, when I used to be growing up in the early 2000s, we used to go to school and stuff like that, and people used to be getting vaccines, be like, oh, you gotta get your vaccines. And nigga, I ain't never got my vaccines. And you know what I'm saying? Because every time when the motherfuckers got it, the motherfuckers start, it's either that, the first thing is that they either was slow, like they start getting slow, literally, they start either becoming slow, or, you know, they start getting sick. They get sick as hell, and they be missing for fucking 2 weeks, because they be fucking bedridden.
Oh, we just pulled up to pump gas and damn, that's a van that would take you hostage. Fuck that. Y'all want ice cream from that place? Because I wouldn't. Sketchy like a mother.
So I seen him park. So I blocked the corner. So it's right there. I'm like, oh, shit. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't think this is the same truck, but shit. Ice cream truck, 2 in the morning is not
I'm gonna
normal.
skip it up a little bit, y'all. Hold on. Car pulled up. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna play it like around here. Boom, came out the back. 3 people.
What the fuck?
2 in black, 1 in like a gray hoodie, light gray.
Oh, what the fuck?
No license plate on the car.
Wait, just come from the truck.
Like a Mazda. Opened it, threw it up in there. Looked like it was pretty heavy. 3 people, told you. First one guy in the driver's seat, second one guy in the passenger. He about to get in the back left. Hey, watch out for these ice cream trucks. It's the ice cream truck. What's crazy is so he was out there for about 15 minutes.
I really hope they can't see me.
And he following these niggas. I don't know what happened to the second video. I'll have to go see.
That's about.
Welcome to London.
I know what he was about to say.
That's about 500,000 people in Tel Aviv protesting the Netanyahu regime's atrocities being committed in Gaza. That's what's happening right now.
500,000.
Welcome to London. Homeless people. All queuing up just to get a cup of soup and a drink. This shouldn't be happening in this day and age, should it? This is England, eh? Bringing
the wicked rule the earth.
illegals over, but not looking after their own.
The shit.
A lot of people are asking
The shit remind me of the Purge, man. Now that with her, y'all just gotta.
me to post the videos of us chasing down the ice cream truck. So here they are. It's an ice cream truck that's been out operating at late.
This not the same person from the other video.
Weird times at night. In my last video, I explained while we were following him, he turned down a weird unmarked road, and we turned down too. But it just didn't seem safe, so that's when we turn around to go back home. But as soon as we turn around, that's when he started following us. Almost like he led us down that road to switch it up and follow us. So we go to Sheetz, and it's like 5 minutes down the road, and here's the clip. This is right in front of Sheetz.
Oh my God, here it comes.
At this point, we go to walk into Sheetz. So we go to walk into Sheetz because we feel more safe. There was people. In my last video, like I said, Sheetz ended up being closed, but Sheetz is always open. That was so weird. And that's when the guy in the ice cream truck literally got out, and I could see he was walking towards me. And he comes up to me and he says, "Who goes around chasing people, beeping their horns all crazy at 10 p.m.? I basically said, "Have you not seen the news? Why are you operating an ice cream truck this late at night?" Honestly, at this point, I didn't really feel threatened. I thought that he thought we were following him. I don't know. Guys, this is where it gets weird. This man literally looked at me and my friend, I wasn't alone. My friend was with me the whole time.
As fuck with
This man looked at us and said, he literally looked at us and was like, "Do you two girls want to do stuff to prove you can be trusted?" He told us he sells women for transfusions. He said they put children adrenaline into adult Jews. And he said he runs Goo Gold. And we didn't even have to walk.
I don't even know what the fuck that even means. First of all right. Second of all, this I don't know why the fuck women do this to their face, man. Be putting these filters and shit on they look fucking like clowns. And then I'm gonna say, this is alleged. Now, I'm not gonna say that this really ain't happened to her. You know, she had like a little video footage of that part, but what she's saying right now, we don't have no video footage of. So I'm just gonna say this allegedly happened.
After he said that he walked away very fast. Like, he didn't run, but it was a speed walk. At that point, we really
didn't know what to say, and we took.
Alleged.
Children in Virginia right now. It has now gone up to.
Why is there a lock on the door?
Children in
That's real spooky as
Locks
shit.
on the bed.
You read this.
Bring that ass back here. She ain't going nowhere.
Look at the missing kids.
The world gotta see this. Why is there a lock on this door and on the back door?
Padlock.
Back door lock. Side door lock. And there's two more vans ahead. Same thing. They try to speed up. But I hope they ass down.
At the missing.
We gotta find out what this is, man. They got locked.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Get in your house. Come on. Get away from there. Get away from there. Don't ever go to a van like that. Okay. What are you doing? No, you're not kidnapping my son. What are you doing? I was just trying.
So with that, till next time, Shalom.